All right, Scum and Villainy, it's been a minute. Everybody make some noise for Kevin Smith and Marc Bernardin. Fat Man Beyond starts now.
Welcome back to Fat Man Beyond. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Marc Bernardin.
Hey! Oh, shit. How nice to be back behind the bar, man. This was such a weird idea to my wife. She was like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to the cantina to do Fat Man Beyond. She's like, you always do that downstairs, like you're masturbating. And I was like, tonight we're doing it live like we used to be back in the day.
Masturbating.
Yeah, we're going to masturbate in front of everybody. All these cucks. Kids, let everyone at home know you're real. Thank you for coming out and joining us here at the Scum and Villainy Cantina, kids, here in Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard, the only place to drink where you won't get knifed. We are delighted to be here. It is post-Comic-Con weekend, so we've got a bunch to talk about. How many people went to Comic-Con?
All right.
We're going to cover that and so fucking much more. But before we do anything, first I turn to my friend and say, how was your Comic-Con?
Amazing. It was great. I love it. Every year I go, it gets better and better and better. Mostly because I get to hang out with my friends, old and new. I get to hang out with you for like 45 minutes at a clip.
Yeah. We did a panel. That was sweet. That panel was cool because it was about Maverick. What is it? Maverick marketing?
Making Maverick Media.
Making Maverick Media. So talking to creators. That was like a fun... a lot of the panel stuff I had over the weekend, I wouldn't say I was like pressured, but like there was a degree of like, you got to do this right. I didn't feel that for you. You know, I felt more cash. Like even if I fuck up, he ain't gonna be mad and shit. So
no, I could half-ass this one.
Yeah.
You didn't though. You brought your whole ass.
I did. I was ready. I brought every piece of it, thick with 2 C's. What did you do? Were you there Thursday?
I went down Wednesday afternoon. Didn't do dick all on Wednesday. And then Thursday I had 1 panel, Friday I had 2 panels, and Saturday I had 4 panels. I was a little busy, which is fine. I'd much rather that than the alternative. Mm. The best part about it, I got to meet Keith David. Do y'all know who Keith David is? Who doesn't know who Keith David is? Don't raise the hand, man. You're going to be embarrassed. Keith David,
bless you,
Gesundheit, is maybe one of the greatest character actors to ever be in a genre movie or TV show. Has maybe the best voice in the world. Now, since we've had to farewell to James Earl Jones, now Keith David, just bah. He's like the black dude with the voice.
He was our Hordak for Masters of the Universe.
That's right.
And he's the president for Rick and Morty.
Yeah. And
which I read that he's getting a spin-off.
President Curtis.
They're just spinning him off into his own show.
Yep.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
he's lovely. I worked with him on Masters, and what a fucking great guy he was. He at one point I was like, I hate to do this, man, but can you go even deeper? And he was like, this isn't deep enough for you. And I was like, just gravel it, man. Like, I've heard you gravel. And so he did. He's wonderful to work with, man. Great dude.
And then I had a couple of announcements that I was able to make at the convention that I've been keeping a little bit closer to the vest before then. For example, since last December, I've been a member of the writing staff of a TV show called God of War.
Oh, shit.
Which is based... If anybody cares, it's based on the PlayStation game or the litany of PlayStation games. They've made like 14 of them. But yeah, we've been working hard at bringing Kratos to life for people who give a shit, and I think lots of people give a shit, apparently.
Right.
And then the other announcement was that, at this point now, 5 years ago, in the middle of the pandemic, I took a job working on a show called Eyes of Wakanda, which was supposed to be coming out at the end of August and is now coming out in 3 days.
What did they jumped it up?
They jumped it up to August 1st because it's really good, y'all. And they were like, why are we keeping
the trailer? The trailer looks great.
The trailer looks dope.
So did they show an episode down at Comic-Con or no?
They didn't. I don't know why. But
it wasn't a big Disney, Marvel presence. There's a
Not
Disney
at all.
presence because they did the Predator and Tron panel.
Yeah, but not a lot of Marvel. Not a lot of Marvel. So I think they were just kind of keeping their powder dry. And I think at the con, they were like, why are we fucking keeping this secret? It's kind of dope. And so they're not anymore. Friday, you get to watch Eyes of Wakanda.
And when we watch the credits, your name's in the credits?
Yes. I wrote 2 episodes. I wrote the second and third episode. There's 4 total. And I was a co-executive producer of said cartoon.
Give it up for fucking Mark! Marvel's own Marc Bernardin. That's tremendous.
And
man.
they've never hired me again.
Well, that's the thing. It's animation, so you did a job a long time ago, and now you're getting to see the cartoon. When did you write it?
Room started in 2000, ended in 2000. No,
2000? What the fuck?
2020.
They better get this right.
I drew it all myself. No, 2020 ended in 2021, and so it's like a 4-year gestation period to get a show like that done.
That is so fucked up. You wrote something 4 years ago that finally you're seeing if it works.
I know. It was like 2 separate administrations the show survived.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
this seems to be the perfect one to land a show about nothing but black people.
Bam.
Hey, it's Banff Man. Give it up for JC. He owns this here bar.
Just because you're talking Eyes of Wakanda, I wanted to point out we have the actress who plays Iron Fist here on Friday
Dominique Thorne.
doing a Q&A. Or Jonah...
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Iron Heart is Dominique Thorne. Iron Fist. Huh. I wonder... I mean, I wrote an episode with an Iron Fist in it.
Iron Fist. That's, yeah, so Digital LA has them coming in. We're going to watch an episode. So if y'all...
Of which? Of Ironheart?
No, Eyes of Wakanda.
Yeah, because I wrote...
Eyes of Wakanda.
Eyes of Wakanda will be... Yeah, we're going to show an episode and do a Q&A with one of the actresses from the show.
Spoiler, there's an Iron Fist in Eyes of Wakanda.
So who's coming? Ironheart or Iron Fist?
Iron Fist.
Fist is coming?
Fist
Well,
is
get
coming.
fisted at Scum Villainy Cantina.
Yes.
There's your advertising beat right there. Is it... Wait, who's the Fist? Who plays Iron Fist?
I'm going to butcher their name. Jonah Xiao.
All right, so it's not the cat who played Iron Fist on Netflix.
No.
Y'all went
Fundamentally
so
no.
fast and hard with that.
Also, the story takes place, if I remember correctly, in like 1400 AD.
Oh.
So it's a female Iron Fist.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Don't check me on the date, but it's definitely not Danny Rand.
So you can watch it here?
You can watch it here this Friday with somebody who was in it.
JC, I mean, if you see the bar on TV and you're familiar with this place at all, if you're unfamiliar with it, if this is your first episode of this podcast or any fucking podcast ever, just to the place is Scum and Villainy Cantina is themed this way, looks familiar, but not familiar enough to get sued. So that should tell you that the proprietor is, about as nerdy as the rest of us here in the audience. But that nerdy individual did not go to Comic-Con. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, how's that happen?
What's your fucking problem?
Is it because you run a nerd bar?
So the real reason is, besides I have a 5-month-old baby, is we gave a bunch of the staff off to go to Comic-Con, and then 3 people put in their 2 weeks notice at the beginning of July. So I worked all weekend.
Now, during Comic-Con with the entire geek world down in San Diego, what was business like for you here?
So what's crazy is, in years past, I was like, I'll come in and work Comic-Con Saturday. It's dead. We had the busiest, 5 days that we've had in July. So I guess a lot of people didn't go to Comic-Con. They came here instead.
Yeah, they're like, you're my Comic-Con.
Yeah.
They found the sweet spot of broke, too broke to go to San Diego, but not so broke they couldn't come here and play.
It's like, look how much a hotel is. I could get wasted all 5 nights at Scum and Villainy for one night of Comic-Con.
I'm going to get fucked up at that close to, but not exactly Star Wars bar.
This is a holodeck. If you never come in through the front.
That's true. I don't enter through the Star Trek fucking trademark break. I come right into the Star Wars. So, is that the premise? The premise is you enter through that room and it's a holodeck.
This is a holodeck.
This is a holodeck.
Yeah. So 10 foreplay is up front, and then anal is in the back. All right.
So it's.
Yeah, there's a monitor when you walk in that's holodeck programs, and it's got programs for like Detroit 1984 and like all these different geeky. And Scum and Villainy Cantina is running on the holodeck right now.
So you've been watching the news. If this Skydance Paramount deal happens, do you think you're gonna have somebody show up and be like, no?
I mean, we've done so many.
They're like, we killed Colbert. Fuck you.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that was Skydance or somebody else, but we've done so many official Star Trek events here with both Roddenberry and Nickelodeon and Paramount. I think
what year did you start? When you took over, what year was it? When you were doing the summer pop-up, where you're like, we're just going to do this for a couple months and then that's it.
April of 2017.
Fucking unbelievable you turned it into a goddamn career, man. Look at that. Give it up for JC.
I mean,
this was all supposed to be very temporary, and now it's very, very permanent.
Anybody who's working in entertainment right now in LA understands that it's important to have a backup career.
No shit, man. Good for you. Fuck, you had a nice pivot point. And you got plans for the future.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it right there.
Yeah.
Somebody's being a little coy.
Yeah, Banff man being a little fucking like bemusing. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
All right, man. Let's dive into it. We don't have any ads this week, kids, but the good folks at Mighty Kind.
Is that a
I
boo?
brought the wrong two boxes. The good folks at Mighty Kind, they're a company that does, like, for example, this. This is a Chronicon Heady Lemon. Is it a THC drink? I can't remember. Some of them are and some of them aren't. The good folks at Mighty Kind have, like, they do beverages for us all the time. They did Dogma, Buddy, and that's what I'm wearing a shirt for. And I thought I brought those, but I brought Chronicons instead. Regardless, we'll give these out at the end of the show, man. And also, they gave me T-shirts to give away, like the one I'm wearing here. They make a fine fucking drink. I drink it at home all the time and stuff. And yes, I drink a soda with my fucking face on it. That's how shallow I am and stuff. Shall we no ads other than that, and what else should I say? Oh, if you're back east, I'm coming east. August 1st, I'm going to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, but that's sold out. August 2nd, I'm doing a show at Smodcastle for my birthday. I turned 55. Thank you. That's sold out. You can't go to that. But the next day, there's a signing, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash for Archie Meets Jay and Silent Bob, and the first issue of Quick Stops Volume 3. But that's also sold out. You can't go to that. But there are tickets left for Beardless Dickless Me Live, the podcast that I do with Harley, and we're doing it for the first time and the last time ever publicly. It's the last episode of our show after doing it for one full year. So it's going to be a fucking good time. Tickets are $20. If you're on the East Coast and you're like, oh my God, I want to go see him live and I would love to see him for his birthday, well, you're fucked. But the next day, there's opportunity. So tickets at csmod.com. You have anything to sell?
Nah, man. Watch Eyes of Wakanda on Friday. I might be coming back east at the end of August.
We're talking about going out and doing a thing.
We're doing a thing.
At the Smod Castle as well.
A heist is the thing we're doing.
We're going to rob my own theater.
But that's it, man. Nobody wants me in the world, so I stay at home and I fucking work and play video games. Like a grown up.
You got a Disney Plus show fucking starting soon. That's incredible, dude.
Not so bad, right?
Yeah, I look forward to watching that, man. And I guarantee what's going to happen is like when your credit comes up, I'm going to point to my wife and be like, I fucking know him. He's fucking famous. All right, let's dive into the news, shall we? Do we have news to get to?
Do you want to do news or when do you want to do Fantastic Four?
Let's do news and then we'll do Fantastic Four.
Ooh, keep wanting more. I get it. No more rhyming. I mean it.
What?
Anybody want a peanut?
Well done. Well done. Princess.
Amazing.
All right, folks, we are going to be reviewing Fantastic Four later on, so if you haven't seen it and you don't want it spoiled for you, heads up. But we'll do some fucking news first. That way they can sit around and feel safe.
Or like go see fucking Fantastic Four.
We have so much news. You can go see it, come back, and we'll still be broadcasting.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really. We have sort of a Comic-Con wrap-up because that's where all the news happened.
Yeah.
Kind of nothing else happened in the world that wasn't Comic-Con for the last week.
So true.
Right? Like there's not like a tsunami on its way barreling towards California as we speak. It's not our problem.
There is, right?
Yeah.
You heard that.
Uh-huh. Well, you thought it was just you?
My kid just literally texted me about it, and I was like, worry wart. And then you're like talking about it, and I'm like, wait. Should I call my mother? Like, what?
Oh, she'll be fine.
Because she's on the other side.
Yeah.
How bad? What happened?
There's an earthquake in Russia. I think it was like an 8.7.
Russia?
Russia. And,
what does that have to do with our ocean?
Well, waves
Yeah.
barreling across the Pacific.
I'm looking at a map. How the fuck does Russia affect us?
It's a circle, man.
I'm looking at it like this, and I'm like, no, Russia's at the end. We're over there. Everything's fine. Oh, my God. So some shit happened in Russia. And because of that, we're getting waves going all the way back around now?
Yeah, well, not the long way. It's just going across. From Russia, passing through Japan. Japan's on high alert. Then across the Pacific, Hawaii's on high alert. And then...
That has to go through all of that just to get to the West Coast and shit? And we're still worried?
I mean, yeah. 8.7 is huge.
Why are we fucking wasting our time tonight? Oh, my God, we have no time to live, kids. Go out and hug your loved ones.
Because we got love for the game, son.
Is that what it is?
We're doing it for the people.
How did he end his life? I'm talking about Comic-Con. On the internet.
We would be like Theo Leone in that Deep Impact movie where she's the last newscaster as the fucking comet is hitting the Earth and a giant tidal wave is approaching D.C. And we're like, we got to stay on the air and advise people on what to do with the rest of their lives. Go hug your family. Go fucking kiss a dog. Whatever it is.
Somewhere, Deep Impact director Mimi Leader is like, I can't believe someone remembers that movie. And it feels very seen.
I know. See? And just doing it for the kids.
Well, shit. Yeah. All right. Well, let's hurry up before the wave gets here. Fuck. God damn it. One more thing to worry about. Well, I'm heading to Jersey in a couple days. So.
Yeah, you're fine.
Woohoo.
You're fine.
Sorry,
the Rockies
y'all.
will stop it.
Yeah, really.
Or the moon will save us. One or the other. Hey, Theo Leone. David Duchovny's ex. Or maybe they're still married. I don't fucking know.
Wait, what happened?
No, Theo Leone and David Duchovny were married at one point. They might
For some
still
reason,
be
I
married.
thought you said Dave DeSmulchin's ex. And I'm like, Dave DeSmulchin was dating Theo Leone?
Yeah. she likes a dark dude.
Wait, they're not together anymore? Theo Leone and David Duchovny?
Honestly, of the things that I keep straight in my head, Theo Leone's marital status is not one of them. I'm lucky I pulled her name out of the fucking...
bitch, you brought her to the table tonight. And you're like, I don't think about Theo Leone much.
Just enough. All right, we talked about Eyes of Wakanda moving. Now, did they mention the Predator Killer of Killers shit on your panel?
Yeah, I was there. I hosted... Can I grab another iced tea, JC? Can I grab an iced tea?
Sure don't want
I
blue
did
milk?
I was thinking about drinking, but I don't. I'm gonna be on stage on camera. We're shooting my birthday special for stand-up special, so I don't want to like be putting away empty calories. I know, sounds good. JC, can I get a blue milk? No. What were we just?
Because you
talking
moderated the Predator Badlands panel.
I did Predator Badlands. Dan Trachtenberg, the director who directed Prey, which we all loved, and the cartoon Killer of Killers as well, which is available like right now. On Hulu you can watch.
Right.
So
it had dropped a little while ago, but they had some news out of your panel.
they did. Well, at the top of the panel, just to set the tone, they brought out like Disney, man. They did the Predator panel and the Tron Aries panel. Spared no expense. Like at the beginning of the Predator panel, like I had to go rehearse in Hall H for the first time in my career on Thursday night because they were like, well, we got to run through the show. And I was like, run through the show? You stand up, you ask questions, you get the fuck out. And they're like, no, we got some presentations up front. And they did, man. They fucking like, at first, before the Predator one, the Predator King came out, and he's a guy in a fucking tall guy in a huge costume and shit. And when he came out on the Hall H stage, he looked around, and then up on the screen, they used his Predator heat vision and shit. So he looked at the crowd, and it was like heat vision. Looked at the crowd's heat vision. Then he looked over to where I was standing, and you saw me in heat vision, and I waved and shit. And then he said some shit in Yautja, their language, and then he fucked off. And then I was at the fucking podium, and I said, kids, I don't speak Yautja, the language of the Predators, but I'm pretty sure he said something about the Epstein files. And fucking, that was when I think I lost next year's Disney job. But, you know, it was a fun moment. So we did the panel. It was Dan Trachtenberg. It was Elle Fanning, Alec Gillis, who has worked on every Predator since the Predator. He was like, Stan Winston was his mentor, so he helped build the suit and stuff. And Demetrius Schuster Koloa Matangi. Fuck, I can't believe I got that right.
Well played.
Thank you.
See, that's why you rehearse.
You know what I'm saying? Good point. He plays the lead, the Predator, because if anyone hasn't seen the trailer, it's a young Predator on his first hunt, and so he goes to the fucking most deadliest planet ever and stuff. And it's a fucking wonderful movie. Like, when he showed it to me, I was like, look, I ain't just kissing ass and shit, but that's honestly like the best Predator movie I ever saw. It's the one I was most engaged with, where I was like, holy shit, this is a new fucking idea. I like the Predator. I've seen every one. Fucking, I saw it in the movie theater that I now own back when I was a kid and shit. So I've been there, but it's not like one of my hardcore favorites. Like, I'm not like, oh, fucking, I love the Predator. You know, it's like, I respect the Predator and shit. This one I loved. I was like, what a great fucking idea. I loved Prey as well. But so Dan seems to be the Predator guy now. He's got 3 of them under his belt, like Prey, Killers, and now Badlands. And looks like he's going to keep working toward this other thing. If you've seen the trailer, you probably get where they're heading and shit.
Is it Alien versus Predator again?
I think that's what they're working toward. Like, because there's a lot of Wayland Yutani in this.
Right, because
like,
Elle Fanning
plays one of the androids,
a synthetic
person. So at the panel, right off in the beginning, they showed a piece of Killer of Killers, the animated flick, that wasn't in the flick up until that night. Right. So they show, spoilers, like at the end of it, they reveal that everyone the Predator fights, or the Predators fight, they grab and cryo-freeze and save. And so they cut to the girl from Prey, cryo-frozen, in their animated. Then they rolled over to Danny Glover's character from Predator 2, frozen. So you're like, holy fucking shit. And then with very dramatic music, they rolled over to show Dutch, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the whole place was like, holy fuck! So I guess they reached out. They were trying to get them to sign off, and they didn't. But it being animation, they got permission later on, and so they just added it to the movie when it was done. So that we got to debut that. And then Dan showed the opening 15 minutes of the movie. Straight up, unedited, man. And even some of the shots weren't finished, but most of it was. And it's a fantastic fucking opening, and the audience went nuts for it. It was a pretty great panel.
I mean, I have questions for Dan, namely, fucking both Danny Glover and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Nothing for you, man.
The fuck, man? No.
They won their fights. They killed their predators.
That's what was mystifying. Like, you know, seeing that shot creates a lot of questions, and they didn't answer them right there in the room. But in animation, he could fight a young Arnold Schwarzenegger again.
Yes, please.
And Danny Glover again. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a clever idea.
All right, I'll take it. That wins.
But it does change the ending of every movie, because it's like just when you thought they all won, they all got caught and frozen.
SDCC 2025 review.
That's Andrew in the back. Was that you? We all hear what you jerk off to. Tech porn.
I was like, I know I can sound white, but not that white.
I also did the Tron Aries panel, and they opened with a laser fucking light show that then revealed a portal in the wall that hadn't been there with lasers.
Too much.
And then red guards came through from the grid into the real world, into Hall H. So fucking expensive. When I got up there, I was like, that costs more than Clerks. It was just fucking nuts just to bring those two dudes to the wall. And I talked to the Disney marketing folks. I was like, kids, you can just put a trailer out. People like that. Like, you don't have to go through all this trouble. And they're like, no, we like to put on a show in Hall H and shit. And they really did. They actually cared about the audience, man. They were like, look, we got a marketing budget. We like to get people excited by it. So we're fucking, printing up 7,000 Predator masks so that everyone could put one on and we could take a selfie. And I was like, can I have just half of that money? Like, please. So they went hard, man, in a good way. I was kind of impressed by their whole thing.
There was a rumor going around the floor. I guess it was Thursday. It must have been Thursday because the panel was on Friday, right? That the Nine Inch Nails was going to perform. And
I never heard that.
I mean, clearly because you knew the truth.
Yeah.
And then it was like, laser light show. I mean, all right, but it's not fucking Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah.
My head is not like a hole right now.
That's Nine Inch Nails. If you're not following the Tron thing very closely, they got them to do the score, and they created 4 new songs for it. But they put up 2 fucking clips in Hall H. That Tron movie, like, the Disney will not stop Troning. You know what I'm saying? Like, since 1982, they're like, this is gonna work, and it didn't work. And then years later, like, Tron Legacy, this shit's gonna work, and it worked fine and shit. This is the one, though, I feel like, because the premise is Tron comes to the real world. Mm-hmm. So light cycles in the real world, all that shit in the real world, which works. For the first time ever, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I saw Tron, I did this piece in my opening, when I opened for the Tron panel and shit. I said, in 1982, a revolutionary, visionary sci-fi movie came out that didn't get the respect that it was due. For years, and now is one of the most respected sci-fi films of all time. So much so that they made a sequel with Jared Leto in it. And I'm talking about Blade Runner, because that came out. This also came out in '82. Fucking Tron. Mm-hmm. Do you know what came out in the summer of '82? The summer of '82. What Tron was up against? Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. Mm-hmm. The Thing.
Yep.
And a little independent motion picture called E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Like, it was such a crowded fucking summer. And, Blade Runner, to say the least. So I think they got it this time. And the clips I saw up on screen looked very expensive. They spent a lot of money Troning it, man. And and the music, though, absolutely fucking made it. With all due respect to Martin Scorsese, at one point, I was watching those clips, and I was like, "This is cinema." It was just, and it's like a fun park. Literally a theme park ride in the case of Tron, but it was fucking gorgeous, and mixed with that music, it was kind of hypnotic. I think this might be the one. I got to ask the director of the first Tron, his creator of the Tron franchise, Steven Lisberger, was there with Jeff Bridges. The 2 old dudes have been Troning since the 80s and shit. But bless you, I got to say to Steven Lisberger, because he was also the creator of something I've absolutely loved my whole life. Remember the cartoon Animal Olympics?
Yeah.
He created Animal Olympics.
That dude is 0 for 2.
Right? Thank you. So I said to my man, I was just like, I love Animal Olympics. I caught him off guard. He was like, what the fuck? But I said to him, I was like, Steven, you guys, you built something that people have been biting off of for years. You laid the track and shit. Like, when you saw The Matrix, were you like, fuck? Or were you like, oh, I feel seen and shit? And he said something cute. But it was cool, man. This is a dude who's been involved with this every fucking step of the way. Like, they're 43 years ago is when they Troned for the first time.
And if you don't succeed at first, you Tron and Tron again.
Very nice.
I've been sitting on that one for like 4 minutes.
Worth it. Fucking worth it. This thing is so big it ain't Tron, bitch. It's Megatron.
Ooh. Dad jokes win.
What is that? Is that
Scotch.
coffee or iced tea? What happened there?
So you drank the last iced tea, and so we brewed iced tea and put it on ice.
Thank you.
To cool it down.
Aww.
So that's
Very
actually
strong.
like real iced tea versus the other stuff that's like
Like
comes out of
synthetic.
a
That
gun.
came out of the nozzle.
Yeah.
I'm just going to soften this up. It was a little too hard for me, man. I'm an old man. I'm going to be 55. You can't give me tea that strong. I'll be in the bathroom all night. All right, yeah, but, I take it for what you will because I was there on behalf of Disney anyway. But what I saw, I did see all of Prayer Badlands, and it's wonderful. I think that's going to do some serious business and shit. But from what I saw of Tron, and there was 2 huge fucking chunks, 2 big chase sequences. I can't see how that doesn't do business. Even if like you didn't see the other 2, I think people might wind up going. Jeff Bridges was great. I got him to say the grid abides.
There was also some Star Trek shit that they dropped on Comic-Con. I don't remember. Have we ever talked other than like generally loosely? Or are you a Trekkie or no?
I respect Trek, and I've watched all the movies, some of the shows, but I don't go as hard as most. But I am well versed, shockingly well versed for somebody who doesn't have a red shirt.
Who doesn't care?
Yeah, somebody don't give a shit.
They dropped the first trailer for Starfleet Academy, which is a new TV show.
That hasn't happened yet. That
Has
never
not happened yet. There have been you've seen Starfleet Academy in a couple of movies. You've seen it on Next Generation specifically.
Right.
But we've never just like fucking moved in for a season of TV. Holly Hunter plays like the chancellor of the Starfleet Academy.
Oh shit!
Oscar winner Holly Hunter is in a Star Trek now. And it's, a bunch of fucking knuckleheads learning how to... It's Top Gun, but if we never fly and if we just stay in class a lot, I guess, and learn...
When does it take place in the timeline?
I think it's contemporary because there was this sequence where a bunch of new recruits are standing in front of like this memorial wall or this wall of honor or whatever, and like Captain or Commander Hikaru Sulu is on the wall, and Lieutenant Tom Paris from Voyager is on the wall, and like just all these names from past Star Treks that we've watched. So it's not in the past. It seems like kind of right now.
Right.
I'm here for it mostly for Holly Hunter. Yeah? All right. Sorry, that looked a little bit like dismay. Like, really? Yeah. No, fucking Holly Hunter.
One of my favorite movies in the world, Raising Arizona. So I'll watch Holly Hunter do absolutely anything.
Same.
Even talk about a jar of piss in Batman v Superman. Remember that? Remember she was like, you can give me iced tea and give me Granny's piss and call it iced tea or something, peach tea.
Peach tea.
And then she turns around the jar and it fucking says Granny's tea or whatever, and then the Congress blows up. I don't know if you saw BVS, but Batman v Superman.
It's back when, we don't talk about those days much anymore.
We're in a new era of Superman.
We are indeed. Big Jim Gunn is running shit.
Jim Gunn.
Because he is like just an old West sheriff. Like, Big Jim Gunn. They dropped a trailer for Strange New Worlds. I think it's like the 4th episode of this season, where they got the Henson Company to make Muppets of all of the bridge crew. And so there's just this sequence when the fucking, is it up on the... Yes! Well, no. That's Pigs in Space.
That looks familiar.
Yeah, but it was just, the fucking chair turns dramatically, and there's Anson Mount as a Muppet with his hair so perfect. I'm always here for Muppet versions of regular people in the middle of their show. Puppet Angel is one of my favorite things.
That was the first time they did that.
Yeah,
right?
Puppet episode. It's all happening. So yeah, I will ride forever for fucking Muppet versions of human people. And then there was an audio trailer for what seems to be an audiobook called Star Trek Khan, which is the story of Khan's rise as a young adult. During the beginning of the eugenics wars, Naveen Andrews is playing young Khan Noonien Singh. And that's the one that's like, give me that TV show.
Like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, suddenly I'm like, oh, shit. That sounds like a cool idea.
I don't want it in my ears. That's fine. But fucking give it to me. Show it to me. Give me fucking Khan as a very young revolutionary maniac taking over the world and having to be exiled from the planet because he went too far. That sounds like a TV show.
And end it right before Space Seed or whatever
Indeed.
the episode is.
Right before he gets prisoned in the Botany Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that happened.
You went down a Star Trek fucking
I
hole
very
for
much
a
did.
second. Yeah.
I was like, Wrath of Khan, Space Seed, here we go. This could be cool. President Curtis, we talked about, which is the spinoff of Rick and Morty.
When does that start happening?
Unclear. I mean, they didn't put a date on anything. They're just like, we're making it.
I think that's a great idea.
With, let's see, Dan Harmon and James Siciliano are executive producing it, co-starring Stephanie Beatriz and Jim Rash, who are playing members of the president's eccentric staff tasked with handling interdimensional diplomacy, paranormal investigations, and dealing with unexplained phenomena. There were 2 comic book crossovers, notwithstanding the Archie and Jay and Silent Bob, which we
Yeah,
already
did
knew
anybody
about.
see my Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob crossover comic? Did anybody buy my Archie? Yeah, that was a good ass time. What was another crossover?
They announced Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Godzilla, which, like, yeah, give me that shit. What is that?
That's one of the covers. Is this for me or am I tagging it? So you got one for me? I love this cover, man. It's got Millie. One of the few covers has got the Millie on it. Which one was? Who is this for? Which store?
Nowhere Games and Comics in San Marcos, California.
One more time.
Nowhere Games and Comics in San Marcos, California.
Nowhere Games and Comics in San Marcos, California. Look at that fucking cool ass what cover. The good folks at Archie wound up doing with retailers around the country and whatnot 53 different covers
Holy shit.
for Jay and Archie meets Jay and Silent
Do you
Bob.
have them all?
I don't have them all. I'm collecting them, which is fun. But, you know, me on 53 different comic book covers did not even assuage this gaping fucking hole of need inside of me. You would imagine that would have filled it, and still I was like, is that all there is?
You could wallpaper your entire bathroom and just, like, got to catch them all while you're taking a shit, and that's not enough?
But that was a cool event. I very much enjoyed that.
Yeah, so
what's
Godzilla versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
awesome.
written by Tim Seeley.
They've been crossing on Godzilla over with, like, they did DC, right?
Almost everybody.
Yeah.
Godzilla's a fucking whore.
Yeah. He'll bring it to anybody.
And then Alien versus Captain America.
Alien as in Alien?
Alien as in the xenomorphs from Alien. You know
Versus
those guys.
Cap?
Versus Cap. Apparently, in this story,
All owned by Disney, why not?
Baron Strucker, on assignment from Red Skull in the heat of World War II, accidentally unleashes his xenomorph, and Cap and the Howling Commandos have to stop it.
Oh, it's period piece.
It's a period piece.
All right, I'm there for it.
I'm
That's
there
cool.
for it.
I like that. That's some cool crossovers.
That is the end of the news as I have it, except for one piece of sad news, but we'll see if we get to it later. Because every episode, it seems like we got to cover somebody beloved who has left
Let's do
this
it now.
mortal coil. Want to do it now?
Yeah, who died?
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Oh, give it up for fucking Theo, kids. We talked about this on Babylon this weekend. I was like, you know, his biggest body of work unavailable for the last, what, decade, 15 years?
Yeah, it's been crawling back onto cable now. I guess some people are like, well, listen, lots of people are still great on this show, except for that guy. And lots of people still get residuals for that show, except for that guy. So maybe there is some moral math you can do that lets you kind of air that stuff in good faith. And it was such a big part of my fucking childhood.
All of ours, man. Theo. We were all Theo.
We were all Theo. I was Theo more than most. Only in that there were no black teenagers on TV when I was a black teenager. And so growing up, and granted, I had no sisters, so that part of it just meant nothing to me.
Right.
But the idea of just watching this kid, you know, he passed away at 54, and I'm 53. Thankfully still alive, but it was very much a parallel kind of existence. And like, oh, all right, I see myself in a very specific way
Right.
for the first time because of Theo on The Cosby Show. And so that show always holds a soft spot in my heart. And that guy always held a soft spot in my heart. Never met him, but kind of, would always check in, see what he was up to. I watched his Jeremiah show, the science fiction thing that went on for like 30 episodes. I watched, what is it? Fucking the American Crime Story, the OJ thing, where he played A.C. Crowley, American Horror Story. And like, he did some nerd shit in addition to just a working actor, just out there fucking making his bones. And so to hear that he passed away at 54, like drowning off the coast of Costa Rica.
On vacation with family, right?
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
So don't swim, anybody.
Yeah, it's fucking true, man.
Definitely not the ocean. We've been saying that for fucking a decade now. Jaws is, man.
My heart breaks for the whole family. What does it say?
Oh, he was named after Malcolm X.
He was born August 18th, 1970, so he was born 2 weeks after me in Jersey City. He was Jersey boy.
Yeah.
I had no idea Theo came from Jersey.
Moved
That's
to
because
LA
we
when he
didn't
was
have an
5.
internet back when the Cosby Show was on.
No.
Might have learned some shit.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, we give it up for Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. Give it up for Theo.
I wanted so badly to have a Gordon Cottrell shirt. Do you remember that episode? when he wants this very expensive fucking high fashion shirt, and then has Vanessa make it for him, and she fucks it up, and so he shows up in this blue and yellow monstrosity, and is so angry at Vanessa, but still has to go out to the club in that fucking shirt. I always wanted a Gordon Cottrell. Does this look like a Gordon Cottrell, Vanessa? And scene.
No one has honored Malcolm Jamal Warner like you have tonight. That was very specific. Well done.
Yes, that's my.
All right, that's us done with the news.
That's us done with the news.
It's into the talk.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about Fantastic Four. How many people saw Fantastic Four? Just for our own edification, how many people did not see Fantastic Four yet? Put your hands together.
All right.
How dare you? No. Some people got a life and shit like that. Can we have somebody like break these open? So we, by the end, it doesn't have to happen while we're sitting here reviewing. You don't have to do it. I don't know why I was saying that. Thanks. Just by the end of the show, I figure we should lose it. That way everybody can grab a can as they walk away and stuff. In any event, Fantastic Four happened, kids, and they've been talking about it for years, and part of the reason that Disney spent so much money to buy Fox was also to get back and complete the Marvel family of characters with Marvel's first family.
Indeed.
So this was a big fucking deal. It's not like we haven't seen Fantastic Four movies before. There's one right there. It was one of the first ones we saw years ago. I had that bootleg that I bought at a comic show up in Jersey City. Oh, shit. Back in 1989, I think I had that, or 90, whenever it came out, man. There was that iteration. Of course, there was the very popular Jessica Alba fucking iteration, with Captain America himself.
Oh, yeah. Ian Gruffudd.
And Ian Gruffudd and The Shield. What's his
Michael
name?
Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis. Then we had Josh Trank did Fan Four Stick, which was the dark take on the material, body horror take on it.
What if this all sucked?
And was not met with a big welcome and stuff. And now we come to, and of course cartoons. Now we come to this iteration. Well, and then there are off-brand Fantastic Four, such as The Incredibles, which for most people's money, The Incredibles up till now has been the best iteration, definitive iteration of Fantastic Four. So the question, I guess, going in is like, well, is it going to be better than The Incredibles and stuff? Which is an unfair question because fucking The Incredibles is Pixar firing on all cylinders. An amazing movie, standalone and whatnot. And there was some pressure on this movie, right? Because for some reason everyone's like, Marvel's fucking up. And they got to right the ship and shit like that. So going in, there's high hopes and shit. Just like Superman faced like weirdly fucking unfair high hopes where people are like, this got to right an entire fucking superhero movie business for Warner Brothers, DC Studios and shit. And it didn't have to write anything. That's just hype. That's somebody putting together, you know, articles and shit like this. At the end of the day, it's the most current iteration of a franchise that they've been making time and time again. And you can't judge it against what's gone before it financially or whatever. And it's never something that's going to save an entire company. It's too much pressure to put on any movie walking in. So with all that being said, I went into Fantastic Four, you know, with a pretty high bar for all the hype, for the years that they've had to get ready for the movie. And when I went to see it with Jennifer, with my wife, and she cried like 3 times. I got teary a couple times and shit. She loved it. At the end of the movie, I was like, what'd you think? She's like, I loved it. And she is not a fucking comic book movie person. But she said, she said between that and Superman, which she like also cried at and stuff, she's like, I don't know what's happening to me. She's like, I'm becoming such a wuss. She's like, it's just the climate right now. She's like, I'm starving for hope. So these 2 movies, you know, really fucking deliver in a way that movies should. And you know, I was like, you know what that is psychologically? I was like, they made the movie bright and poppy. Mm-hmm. Like when, you know, this shit goes back to like World War II. When times are good, they mute the colors in movies. Like case in point, like go look at the Snyderverse. It was almost like Zach was like, let's take all the color out. Like, let's get as close to black and white. Fuck, let's do it in black and white at one point and stuff. And that seemed to be the trend for a lot of comic book movies, muting all those colors down. If you look at Fantastic Four and Superman, 2 of the brightest fucking movies to come out in a long time. They dial the colors up because we are in a weird period, just like World War II, just like as we stand on the brink of recession and all this fucking financial woe and whatnot. We're in the period again where they're like, let's make it bright and poppy because it releases endorphins. It'll make them feel fucking good. Maybe it'll make you want to go to the movie again or movies again and shit to escape. So we're going to see colorful movies like this for the next minimum 4 years, if not fucking more. And I'm here for it, man. I'm here for just like with Superman, how they made an unabashed comic book movie. Mm-hmm. Fantastic Four is undeniably an unabashed comic book movie, very specifically set in an era where the book first, you know, fucking entered the mainstream, entered the culture in a very 60s oriented world, a different Earth than ours. Did I like it? Yes. This is my favorite version of the Fantastic Four they've done yet, not counting The Incredibles, which wasn't a Fantastic Four movie. So of all the Fantastic Four things they've done, I think I absolutely like this the best. I think for me, the movie was hurt by expectation I had going in. I built a different movie in my head. The movie that I was going to see, and they didn't make, and they didn't have to, but this is one for some reason. The sell of this movie was so bright and so like fucking 60s idealistic, like thanks Fantastic Four, that I was convinced that the end of this movie would have been Galactus eating that fucking planet and the Fantastic Four escaping, racked with fucking guilt that they couldn't save their universe. So I was like, and I said that to my wife after the movie was done. She was like, why? How come you're not? I said, well, I liked it. She said, what do you mean you liked it? I said, and I told her that. And she goes, Kevin, nobody wants to see that movie. And I was like, you could be right. Like, maybe that's too dark. But I went into that movie trying to solve a problem that Marvel didn't think was a problem, which was this. This movie doesn't take place on Earth 616.
Right.
Why should I give a shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying they did wrong, but as somebody who's deeply involved in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I was like, well, by the end of that movie, they're going to get them from whatever fucking goofy world they're on to our world so that their stories matter to me going forward. So by the end of this, spoilers, when that didn't happen and they were just like, and they all lived happily ever after, I was like, wait, what? Are you shitting me? It's all happy and gleamy and shit. Like, they picked a tone and just stuck with it all throughout the movie wisely because I think that's what people want to see right now. Like a good-ass piece of escapism and whatnot. And that is truly escapism. But for some reason, I went in there looking for a movie that was going to be darker by the end because I was trying to get them to Earth to get ready for Doomsday and shit. For a second, this is what it comes down to, Mark. I thought I was Kevin Feige, forgot I was Kevin Smith. And so I realized like any issue I had was more like, oh, they didn't make the movie I thought they were making. Now, did I like the movie that they made? Yes. I sat there afterwards going like, would I have done anything fucking differently? Like, naturally, going for Galactus. I thought Galactus looked fucking amazing and shit. We've seen him before as a cloud. He's way better than that. We've seen big people in the Marvel universe before with Ant-Man and stuff, but they found a way to make this special, even though it's like, hey, we're doing big again. Maybe it's like, because he's even bigger. But I thought all of that worked. I thought their characterizations were great. The fact that it plays like a 60s comic book was wonderful. We got to see all their fucking powers in full display. I like the fact that just like Superman, this movie trusts its audience to hit the ground running. Like, we're not going to fucking feed you the origin story again, although they do a clever version of it and stuff. They just dump you into the middle of their world in a story, and we go forward. So I appreciated that. I think they understand now that the audience, 20 years or more of making comic book movies, they get that an audience not trained on reading comic books are now trained on comic book movies enough that they don't have to be like, this is how they got their powers and stuff. So I enjoyed that aspect of it. All the actors are wonderful in it. Nobody doing anything fucking wrong whatsoever. And technically everything done right. But I think I have to go see it again. I saw Superman twice in one day, and I went back because I was like, I got to make sure what I felt was real and not just like fucking hype. And then I went and I teared up again. I was like, no, it was real and shit. So this one, like we saw, and I wasn't like, I gotta go back and see it again, but I do actually want to go see it again. I like it very much, but it was not the movie I was expecting at all. And I don't know if that's a review or not. I've tried to remember any reviews I've read for my stuff or anything over the years where that was the complaint, where it's like, well, I went in expected a different movie. I love what Matt Shackman did. We had him on the show because he did WandaVision. Fucking, this movie's art directed within an inch of its life. It's fucking beautiful. It's gorgeous to look at. Spellbinding. Everyone is at the top of their game and stuff. But First Steps really made sense as its subtitle because it does feel very, other than Franklin being a kid and stuff, it does feel like, all right, we're easing ourselves into this world. I was rushing them along, going like, no, get them to 616 as quickly as you can because we got to get to Doomsday and shit like that. So that might have been on me. What was your take on it?
See, this is what you guys think you know about me. I dug it, man. I dug it.
I dug it too.
I dug it because it, as you say, it is an unapologetically comic book movie. And I love that we are in the zone right now that you can just do fucking Galactus. You don't have to hide from Galactus. You can do the fucking Mole Man and not hide from the Mole Man.
Paul Walter Hauser is so good.
Like this
actually did, spoilers. I love the moment where they showed like how they fought the moment where he exploded the building and dropped it into subterranean. And I love that they brought him back later on. Like all that shit made it feel like a book, like a comic book, where it's like especially like a 60s comic. That aspect I really enjoyed.
I love that they used all the fucking blue in the world. The way Barbie used all the pink. I love the optimism of it. I love the design of it. The retro 60s is super cool. I thought the casting was fucking here. I am always here for Eben Moss-Backrack. Loved him on the fucking Bear. Loved him in Andor. And I love him as the canonically Jewish Ben Grimm. Mm-hmm. I also think that really every comic book character is secretly Jewish, except for maybe Batman. Because, Batman's not Jewish. But everybody who created a comic book character from 1938 to 1975 was a white Jewish dude in New York.
Yeah,
so why wouldn't every character also be Jewish until you tell me it's not? So, they're all kind of Jewish. But I love that they lean into it. They sent him to a fucking synagogue. They sent him to a temple. If I have any problem at all with the movie. It's incredibly well made. It's incredibly well directed. I think that the cast is great, but the volume seemed really turned down on all the characters. In that,
Yeah, in a very Kubrickian way. Like
Yeah.
I seem to. I've read somewhere that was a big influence for him for this iteration of Fantastic Four. And there are moments where it's like, oh yeah, I can see that kind of. But there were moments in the delivery and performance that I felt were like, I wonder if that was like him trying to do Kubrick.
yeah, I mean, like, Johnny Storm is still, a cad, apparently still a womanizer, but he's more of a John Storm than a Johnny Storm. Like, he is not loud in any way. He's not brash. He's not risk-taking.
He's not Dash from The Incredibles.
Yeah, he's kind of just like a sober grown-up who wishes he could go back to space and thinks that the Silver Surfer is hot. But he's not impetuous in any way. He's not a hothead. Like, Sue is a diplomat and, a spoilers, mom-to-be, if you missed all the trailers. But
That's
like,
a big part of it.
it's a big part of it.
I liked her. She's in Fast and Furious. She's in movies that I don't think I'm.
She's
way
in
familiar
the
with.
Mission Impossibles a lot.
I must have dropped out of those because she doesn't. I don't think I'm way familiar with her body of work.
Yeah.
But I thought she was wonderful.
I mean, and she's a Kirby. Vanessa Kirby, her name is.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
adorable.
right?
That is cool. But I thought she was my favorite part of the movie. The
Yeah.
whole Sue storyline and her performance and shit. I didn't like. It's a wonderful sequence. Her fighting fucking Galactus single-handedly.
Mm-hmm.
But like as I'm watching that, I was thinking like, wow, like this is a classically trained actor who at one point was standing on a blue screen, just like this is the whole third act of the movie.
Well, it's like what both Patrick Stewart and James McAvoy said. It's just all I do is this. And like I don't even point. I just fucking fingers to temple and I'm doing my shit.
That is some of the most make pretend shit of all time. And you know what they like to do in Marvel? They did it to her too. They did it to Wanda. Maybe it's a Matt Shackman thing. Where a woman is going so hard at this shit that she bends backwards. Remember he did that with Wanda as well? That happened at one point in the movie with Sue. She was like going fucking, he was pushing back and she did this thing where I'm like, that's Matt Shackman's kink. Like he loves, sometimes my arms bend back. He's real Twin Peaksy about
He
it.
likes a limbo, man.
It really. It's just how low can you go? But I thought she was the heart of the movie, and that was the thing that, I'm not going to say it was missing from other iterations, but making her a mom and shit was a cool wrinkle to bring to this iteration of the Fantastic Four. And I did like, yes, they all played a part, but her version of get away from him, you bitch, and take it on Galactus single-handedly. Like, that's where I was, like, rolling tears. Where I'm like, do it, Mom. Fuck this giant man,
The thing that I just couldn't quite work my head around is why is she married to fucking Reed Richards, who in this version is the most boring dude you've ever met. And like, I get why she fucks him, because he looks like Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. Because he's Marvel's Zaddy.
He very much so. But like, he doesn't make her laugh. You can tell like he's not funny at all. I'm sure he studied every bit of anatomy, so maybe he's really good in bed.
Yeah.
But like that
He can reach places you'll never reach, Mark. Be as funny as you want. He's like, you know what? I know exactly where the G-spot is, and I can get there.
Yes. I'm sure she's fulfilled, but, See? But yeah, like he's just a fucking wet noodle.
He seems this portrayal of Reed seems to be a little haunted in as much as like I'm always thinking.
Right, and like, but if you're gonna do that, like, there's a darkness there.
Yeah.
Like, there's a version of that where
They weren't interested in darkness at all.
at all. But like, there's a version where he could have been the bad guy for the second act of the movie, because, again, spoilers in case you haven't seen it, but Galactus wants their child for reasons that we're just led to believe. He has the power cosmic, even though he's manifesting none of it.
Right.
Galactus wants him. And then the question, as Star Trek often does, is do the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one? If Galactus wants their kid and he'll leave Earth alone, give him the fucking kid. Like, that's the math. And Sue, of course, will say, no, he's my son. And Reed, like, they have a bit of a fight where Sue goes,
She's like, you thought of it.
you thought of it,
And
didn't
he's
you?
like, it's my job to think about everything.
Like-
Horrible things.
Dig into that. Like, that should be his plan
Right.
until he doesn't have another one. Like, conflict between them. There's no conflict in this family at all. And just a little bit of fucking heat under that. A little bit of like, yeah, you know what? We fucking should do it. We can save 4 billion people or our son. And like, that's a fucking choice. That's a real place to go. The movie never goes there because, of course, you're going to come out of it for him to choose. Like, well, I have a new plan. We're going to teleport the Earth. We're going to do other weird, crazy, giant science shit to not sacrifice my son. But for a second, for an act, maybe.
Let Reed be like, or, and hear me out, we can have another kid.
Yeah. I mean, crunch all you want, we'll make more. And we just met this one.
Yeah,
I don't even know if he's cool.
it's true.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, and those are like tiny nits to pick. Like, I wish there was a bit more like spying on the Silver Surfer stuff. You know, a little bit more of the pathos, a little bit more of the moral dilemma of leading this monster to various planets to destroy it. Why she picks Earth is never clear, except she totally does. But just like a little bit more, like more barbs to this, a little bit more heat under it, would still get you the optimism, would still get you the sort of go-go 60s retro awesome, but just a little bit more to chew on.
Wait, so walk me through it again. When she's pregnant, when the Silver Surfer arrives, yes. Mm-hmm. And the Silver Surfer is like, this planet's marked for death.
Right.
They don't know anything about the baby yet. Mm-mm. When do they find out about the baby?
When they go to meet Galactus.
That's when he's like, baby.
Yeah. Get in my belly.
So at that point, up until then, he was just going to eat the Earth.
Right. And, you know, up until then, Reed and company were like, we're going to negotiate. And then the negotiation is, give me the baby and I'll let Earth live. He's like, fuck that. And then they just fucking 360 it out of there and science their way back to Earth.
You follow the Americana brand memes on Instagram? Mm-hmm. There's a thing on Instagram, Americana brand memes. It's all like LA jokes. So they had that sequence where it was Reed going, you know, we tried to negotiate with Galactus, but he asked for too much. And it's like 3 pictures. The middle one is person like, what did he ask for? And then it goes back to Pedro Pascal. He's going, he wanted a ride to LAX. It's very LA joke, kids.
Yes. It's very, very Californians.
Yeah, you're right. Because that is a beat. Like, you know, and also I felt it was, you know, like she got real pissy at him. Like, you even thought about it. And it's like, well, of course I fucking thought about it. It was like a planet full of people staring up at us going like, give him the baby, a pricks. So he had to give it a fucking think. But it would have been, yeah, you're right. It would have been interesting if they milked it for a little bit.
A little bit, you know. But, like, again, this movie's super fucking fun. It succeeds so much more often than it fails, and it doesn't even really fail.
No.
Like, it doesn't do anything wrong.
No.
It's just that you could kind of do a couple things a little bit more right, according to me, which, you know, judging by the $120 million it made opening weekend, lots of people like this movie.
Did very well. It had a Superman-like opening, right?
Superman-like, I mean, apparently that's about what you get in 2025 if what you're selling is optimism and color and hope.
Yeah.
And that seems like it's a pretty good showing for optimism, color, and hope.
Both of them are fucking like true summer movies, like where I walked out of them going, "Oh, right on." I went on a journey, and I walked out of Superman feeling like a little more emotionally and stuff, but loved them both. And what a great summer to have Superman and the Fantastic Four at the same time.
Is it just because Herbie wasn't a dog?
Yeah, I liked Herbie, though. You know what I thought was really cool? When Herbie was going to space and they took out his eyes. And then they put in fucking...
face.
Yeah, I was like, that's awesome. That's kind of clever.
Yeah, there's lots of really good fucking design jokes and lots of really good thinking about, you know, futurism and what it meant in the 60s and flying fucking cars, which we still don't have, and so fuck you, science.
Then there's this simple shit like her, you know, creating the Future Foundation. Mm-hmm. And like, you know, them all working toward a better tomorrow where, you know, we live in a world where it's like hasn't been the case in fucking decades. Well, since the fucking 60s and shit. Mm-hmm. So it the optimism, I thought they were eventually going to cave it in on itself. But they were like, no, that's our brand from top to bottom, is optimism. So,
And I think that they like it, and I think audiences are responding to, you don't really need to have any prior knowledge to the Fantastic Four. This is not a homework movie.
it's true that going into it, it wasn't like, wait, what's going on in the Marvel Universe? Like, what happened in Thunderbolts? It doesn't matter because it's kind of like you're hitting the ground running.
You know, which I think helps. Same thing with Superman. Like, you don't need to know any more than the barest whiff of Superman to get what's going on in that movie. And it tells you what you don't already know.
What is the next Marvel flick?
Doomsday.
Is it really?
Yeah. Spider-Man happened before Doomsday?
Eyes of Wakanda.
Gotcha.
So next summer is going to be Spider-Man, and then,
And then Doomsday's winter. December. And then the winter after is Secret Wars.
it's Secret Wars. What are the two from DC next year?
And then Clayface? Right.
Wonder Man's on Disney Plus this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Wakanda
Friday.
Forever is Friday.
Eyes of Wakanda's Friday.
Eyes of Wakanda. And then what is after that?
Wonder Man in December. Spider-Man next summer. Doomsday next winter.
What did you think of the button first post credit scene?
I mean, listen, either you show me that dude's face or you don't. And they didn't, and I was like, fuck you. Like, I know who it is. Everybody knows who it is. He wasn't on the stage that day, which is why you don't see that face. But come on.
They're also establishing that mask comes off.
Yeah. And he's going to be handsome.
Yeah, because that kid wasn't like, oh my God.
Somebody let spaghetti in here wearing a suit.
I guess then that scene was a little bit effective in doing what it needed to do without having Robert Downey Jr. But it did feel like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that I was thinking was that
Show 'em.
the end of the credits button is just the cartoon, just the Fantastic Four cartoon.
Yeah.
Playing on a TV screen. Clearly, like, because they've set it in a real world on a TV screen.
Okay.
And I kept thinking that they would pull back and we would see, like, Tom Holland as Peter Parker watching this cartoon. Because the cartoon exists in 616, but the people don't. And so,
I like that. That would have made me happy. Go
Just
do that.
fucking-
Do the thing like they did with Predator Badlands and put the new ending
Okay.
on when it goes on home video.
problem is I know the wrong Kevin.
I hear you. Problem is I am the wrong Kevin. Yeah, man, that would have been a cool, like, as it was, they had Herbie turn off the TV.
Right.
But that would have been cool to have fucking, like, Tom Holland turn off the TV.
Yeah. Or, like, young Peter Quill.
They need you over there, man. That's a good idea right there. Well, regardless, Fantastic Four, totally worth your fucking salt. If you're watching this shit, you must be into Fantastic Four, for heaven's sakes. Go give it a look-see.
Like you said.
Marvel spent a bunch of money.
Almost all of it.
Almost all of it. All right, do we have anything else to review?
I got nothing, man.
I'm trying to think what I watched recently. I've just been watching a lot of Rocky and Bullwinkle. I can review a show from 1969 for you if
Well,
you'd like.
it's on brand for this show, so.
Yeah. No, what did I do at Con? I did those panels, then came back. Yeah,
Acting.
I guess I got nothing to bring to the table. I guess we could dive into Q&A.
Q&A?
We got no more news.
We got no more news. We got a shit ton of stuff to give away.
We do.
And we haven't been in a room with real people in a very long time.
Yeah, man, this has been nice doing it live again. Our good friend Deacon, who works at 4DX, which I could talk about that.
Yeah,
I
you
did
can.
have some announcements
Look, yeah, what the fuck, man?
at the con.
Why did I get
we
all high-pitched like that?
Dogma is coming to Lionsgate picked up Dogma, so it's coming to yes, home video by the end of the year and stuff. But there's going to be a fucking amazing steelbook. This is one of the few companies left that actually believes in physical media. So this amazing 4K Steelbook is going to be available by the holidays and whatnot. But speaking of 4DX, I had the pleasure of watching one of my movies in 4DX. Clerks.
Excellent.
The chair never moved. No, they did Dogma. So Dogma is coming to 4DX screens in Regal, but then Deacon just texted me to say an update. Hold on. No, find my face. God damn it.
This is radio, you guys.
Yeah, really. All right, let me hold on. I want to read you Deacon's email because it's fresh information. He said, "Great news. I don't have dates yet." Oh, maybe I shouldn't say this shit. Oh, no, he said. Also, I saw okay, hold on. Kevin, great news. I don't have dates yet, but Cineplex confirmed that they're going to add some shows for Dogma 4DX to some of their Canadian theaters. I'll share it when I have more info. So, Cineplex, but like, don't fucking say anything yet. But Canada, 4DX is coming to you as well by way of Cineplex. He says, also, I saw a video of your Hall H panel. Thanks for shouting out Dogma 4DX. It warmed my heart to listen to the audience cheer when you announced that it was coming to the format. See you tonight at the show. Deacon, you here? Where you at, Deacon? There he is. Give it up to Deacon, man.
Kevin, don't read the other texts.
I assume if there was information I shouldn't have shared, you would have been like, shut up! Deacon works at 4DX, and they're doing Dogma September 15th. You can buy tickets for it right now. Where do you get tickets at? 4DXtickets.com. I watched my movie in a chair that fucking came to life and shit. And it was amazing. Like, fucking, I've seen many 4DX movies. If you've never seen a 4DX movie, you're watching a movie where you're sitting in a chair that comes to life and activates with what's going on the screen. If there's a, car skidding out, you smell burnt rubber because they throw scents into the room, smoke, rain, elements and shit, water hits your face. It's a fucking thrill ride and shit. And my movies are not that. My movies, people sit around and talk. So I never imagined we'd ever, and we would joke around about like fucking one of my movies in 4DX, but God damn it, they did it. They took Dogma and they did the 4DX treatment to it. And I got to sit there and fucking get jerked around by a chair while I watched the movie and shit.
Did they put chocolate milk in the tubes for the shit monster scene?
No, but there is water. But I asked him at the end of it, they're like, do you have any notes? I was like, oh my God, no notes. This is so awesome. I said, but when the shit monster happens, like, since you have a catalog of smells, can we make it smell like shit? And they're like, why would anyone make a shit smell? I was like, that's not in the library? And they're like, God, no, that would be unpleasant for everybody. And I was like, I guess you're right. I was like, so when the shit hits, can we at least have water spray in their face? They're like, we could do that. And shit. So,
oh, like there's not some dude in the lab, like fucking Curtis in his off time is like, you know what I fucking did?
Yeah.
Shit smell.
Smell this.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He's like, I'm waiting for Dogma. Dogma and Labyrinth. So it was a fun experience, man. You can go buy tickets for it now. Dogma comes out on 4DX. What's playing currently on 4DX? Fantastic Four? You want to see if that movie is made for 4DX? I saw it at the Chinese on an IMAX screen. Fucking huge.
Yeah.
Gigantic movie. But 4DX is a great way to see it because your fucking chair will do all this shit. Good times in the movies. 4DX, Deacon brought us some gifts for us to give away for our Q&A portion of the show. So kids, we're going to take 3 questions, and people are going to walk away with some of this cool shit, which includes a 4DX hoodie. Look at that, man. And on the back, it says, what's on the back?
The key.
Is that the key for all the controls? So it's like,
how did this
roll, sway and twist, heave, pitch, shaker, back tickler. There's a category, bottom tickler.
Ooh. Well, that's my job.
Face air, side air, face water, bubbles.
Also my job.
This is very fucking cool. All right, so there's a hoodie in the bag.
The sexiest hoodie I've ever seen.
Banff.
Hey, it's Banff, man.
I have a question. Is it like a Foley?
Oops.
God damn it, Coy! What the fuck? Now JC's got to go get a glass from home.
Nobody move.
Go ahead.
All right. Is it like Foley when they're programming the movie where they have all the buttons on like a keyboard and they're going around and it's like a dance? It's not like a dance. Is it like a stenographer in court? He says it's a lot like a stenographer in court. They're
You took
playing
over the show
movie.
for that fucking shit?
Well, like...
We were in the middle of showing the products, man. Back to me, goddammit. Come on, Andrew. Look at this poster. You get the poster. It's a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Feel It in 40X poster. You got a 40X cap, not snapback. What do they call that? Dad back or something like that? Then you got a 40X t-shirt and something else in here. What is this?
Lipstick?
40X lip balm.
Chapstick. Sorry, that's copyright.
Because of the weather. And then it feels like a 40X pen for sure. Yeah, and then a badass 40X bag and stuff. So you got yourselves a 40X gift pack. 3 of them, man. And, of course, as Deacon pointed out, thank
Tickets.
God he's here. In the pocket up front. What up, bitches? Now you can go see Dogma 40X for free, man. There's 2 40X tickets. Bring a friend and shit. Because otherwise you'll be explaining this when you get home. You're like, the chair moves, I swear. Just bring someone with you. All right, back into the bag. Banff, man.
All right. First question is from Joel Elad. Oh my gosh, right there.
Give it up for Joel, everybody. Joel's first. All right, Joel, what you need to know, man?
All right. So after your successful moderating at Comic-Con, my question... My question to both of you is, if you could moderate any Comic-Con panel, who would be on it and what would you discuss?
Oh, that's a great fucking question. If I could do any panel at Comic-Con, who do I want to do? Who's my white whale? Who's the motherfucker I always wanted to have on the show, but he didn't like me?
Victor Garber?
Yes. Victor Garber. No. He had his chance.
Does it have to be contemporary or can we time travel for this?
You can
panel?
time travel, living or dead.
Living or dead? Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci.
Fuck that, my dad. I'd bring my dad to Comic-Con and be like, what the fuck is this? Where are we? I was dead. I was like, now you're back, and I have many questions for you.
We want to talk about stamps.
Dad, did you see Fantastic Four? I was dead! Who would I like to speak? Well, I saw that George Lucas for the first time just went to Comic-Con to talk about his big-ass museum and stuff. And I guess it was him and Guillermo del Toro talking. And I did think for a second, like, oh, he would have been cool to talk to, especially because the news was he'd never gone to Comic-Con his entire life and shit. Him I wouldn't mind talking to. I got to interview Stan many times and on panels and stuff, so that box was checked. Yeah, I mean, like, George... Here, you know what? Honestly, more than George Lucas, because everyone's talked to him over time and shit. I would love to sit down and talk to Kevin Feige.
Nice.
Yeah, I would love to do any of those Marvel panels, but I would like just do a one-on-one with Kevin Feige and be like, you are the most important Kevin in the world. We need to protect you at all costs. Sure. He's another Jersey kid.
Really?
Yeah,
What
came
part?
from Jersey as well.
Teaneck?
Not sure what part, but not like from where I am, not down the shore or anything. But when I had the heart attack, like he had called and he was like, I know we don't know each other, but like as a Kevin who wanted to be in film, who was inspired by your journey back in the beginning, like when I heard that you almost died, like for some reason it really affected me and stuff. And I was like, this motherfucker's gonna ask me to fucking direct a Marvel movie. Like, I survived a heart attack and now I get to direct a Marvel movie. I was like, well, thank you, Kevin. He goes, all right, bye. And then he hung up. So my first question on the panel would be like, were you thinking of giving me a Marvel movie that day? And then at the last second changed your mind? Him, I'd interview him. 'Cause I dig his body of work. I love those flicks. So I would sit down and interview him. You?
If time is not a consideration, I would want to have Siegel and Schuster, Lee and Kirby.
God damn it. I said fucking Kevin Feige. You're pulling up legends from the grave.
Len Wein.
Wow.
And Julie Schwartz.
Wow.
And Bob Kane.
Wow.
And let's talk about the creation of 20th century mythology. And like what goes into creating every fucking character that anybody's ever loved. What characters did you try to create that didn't get fucking light on the pages? Or we could talk to Kevin Feige again.
I mean, now I'm feeling so foolish. I was like, oh, Kevin Feige, hands down. You're like, I would raise the greatest creators from the grave. And I would thank them face to face for all they've done for me. You're absolutely right. That is a cool-ass panel and shit. Way better answer.
That'd be fun.
Great questions.
Awesome.
Better
Thank
answer
you.
from Mark. Come get your bag, Joel. Excellent job. Take yourself a heady lemon, man. One of those is for me. You fucking rock.
Oh shit, man! Thank you.
This is the one that I just looked at. I don't own this yet. This
Ooh,
is
it's a surprise.
Should we open it now? Really? Is it an early birthday present?
I mean, for both of us, my birthday's in November, so.
Oh, it's a Rocky and fucking Bullwinkle Charlton, man. That fucking rocks. Thank you. And I don't have that at all. What's
Ooh,
the other one?
This
Oh, and the other one's
motherfucker's
the
comic
cover.
book.
Yeah, that's the cover. That's very dope. Thank you. Give it up for Joel, ladies and gentlemen. I don't own this issue. All right, man. Whoever asked the next question better bring shit too. Okay, what do we got?
Jesse Boone.
Jesse, where you at? Give it up for Jesse. Joel, don't forget those tickets in the front pocket. Jesse, same thing. Whatever bag you get, there's tickets in this front pocket, man. What do you got for us, kid?
So, as writers, what do you think that people still don't understand about Superman? And what do you think there is left to explore with the character?
Wow, that's a deep fucking question. I'm going to let the writer handle this.
I don't know a terrible amount about Superman, specifically as a writer. What I do know was told me by better writers. I got to have lunch once with Mark Waid in Indianapolis, of all places. We were both there for a convention. And, you know, over like landlocked sushi, we started talking about the things that people who complain about Superman always get wrong. And for Mark Waid, I think I might have mentioned this on the last podcast, but for him, the key for him to write Superman was to realize that Superman can hear everything. Like nothing, like the perfect ears. And he can hear every cry for help. And he has to choose who to save. And because he can't save everybody. And then he has to go to sleep every night with the cries of the unsaved still ringing in his ears. And then wake up every morning and do it all again. And so that's the tragedy of Superman. That's what makes him human, is that he is not actually all-powerful or invulnerable or anything. He has a beating heart, and he's nothing. He's carved out of empathy. And so for that to be his constant refrain is what makes him weak, is that he has to choose. And so I think that if you're trying to write a Superman, that is a pretty decent way to start, which is give him an impossible choice and then have him make either. And it's going to be the wrong one or the right one, depending on who you are. And I think that kind of unlocked Superman for me a little bit. In the, oh shit, that's his problem. He's not actually Jesus. He's just a guy who can fly real fast and lift a lot, but he can't do everything.
I like that, man. Give it up for Mark. What I liked about, and I talked about this before, but I love what James Gunn just did with Superman and David Cornsweet. There was a moment that I was like, fuck, that nailed the character. And it's not the only moment, but it really defined everything that I love about that character. It's when he talks about, I'm going to go turn myself in tomorrow. And he's like, maybe I can find out something like where they took the dog. And she goes, it's just a dog. And he goes, I know. And he's not even a very good one. He's gone, but he's alone. And he's probably scared. Like that, that gets me fucking choked up. This motherfucker not only saved a squirrel in that movie, but like he was concerned for how the dog might be feeling. Like that's Superman. Empathy is his greatest fucking superpower. He's just a beating, bleeding fucking heart. And as a kid who was raised Christian, and I know some people like to, demonize that word because some people who identify as Christian don't act that way at all. But that's what I was raised to fucking believe in. I understand that Superman was created by some Jewish kids, but there's a lot of Christianity in that kid, messianic and whatnot. Dogma coming to 40X, ladies and gentlemen. But there's something kind of beautiful about that, and it's pure fantasy. Like this shit, all of this shit is always like, God, could you imagine if somebody was there for us at the worst possible moment of our lives, and it was a stranger who like did this sort of thing, like adult Santa or whatever the fuck. So nailing that in that moment where like him talking about even the dog just showed the humanity, the man literally behind super in the term. And super is what fucking catches people's attention, but the man is, I think, what we've all been coming back for however, 60, 70, 80 years at this point the character's been alive? Or been around? No, 80 years for Archie this year. Can you fucking believe that shit? Yeah.
I thought this year was the 75th for Superman.
Archie's older.
Oh, it's
than
over
Superman.
80.
Is it over? Is it 85th? Maybe. What ifs?
I think I've written Superman in a few things when I've worked on DC, but like I don't claim to understand the character any better than anybody else whatsoever and stuff. But what I saw, what he did on screen with just those few lines, and then his speech at the end, of course, where he talks about like, that's what you don't get about me, man. Like all that was great, but that dog thing destroyed me. And I don't even think you have to be a dog person for that to work. It just shows so much about the fucker's character, where he's just like, I'm gonna turn myself over to the bad guys because maybe I could help the dog, and I need to help the dog because the dog might be scared. And that's knowing that's how he feels about everybody. Is swarming. That's what I love about that character. And I know, it's also a power fantasy, the character, right? Like not just like someone to save us, but like somebody that fucking strong who can make right with might, and that, which is such a weird concept when your comic books in the beginning were geared toward kids. And the lesson of every comic book is, when you get into a disagreement, it is okay to punch it out. Because that's what they do in every fucking book. They're like, well, that didn't work. Let's beat the shit out of each other. Which is a weird lesson to teach kids. Like, because we're always trying to teach them, like, hands to yourself and fucking figure things out and whatnot. But it's appealed to us forever, and not because, partially, I'm sure, because we're all little violent animals at the end of the day. But I think because there's also this power fantasy, but not about overpowering others, that there would be somebody with might who would make things right, who would decide what justice is and visit it upon those who would fuck with the way of life of everybody else. And so I love that fantasy and will love that for all fucking time. And you could sell me that story over and over again. I've often defined it ham-fistedly as, I love the story where the whole world, rightfully so, is running from the worst thing that ever fucking happened in an effort to save their lives. And one person, usually dressed colorfully, is heading right toward it. Like, you dress that story up 10,000 different ways, sell me that same fucking story, and I'll buy it. That's predicated on the way I was raised. I would love to believe that fucking exists. I know it doesn't, so you could feed that to me in the pages of a book, on a screen, on a big screen and whatnot, and I think that's what I saw now twice this summer, sitting next to the coldest woman I've ever known in my entire life. Like, my wife is not a warm human being, man. She's a fucking she's an ice queen. And most movies, I'll be bawling my eyes out at shit, and she'll just be like, I can't believe I fucking let you fuck me. You know, like, just disgusted by me. But she really went for Superman and Fantastic Four for that hope thing. Like, you know, fucking, when Sue is standing up and talking about the Future Foundation, I heard her gasp next to me. You know, she was like, oh my God, could you imagine? Like, that kind of world and shit. So I love this shit for that reason, because in the real world, nobody's coming to save us. We have to save ourselves, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And we're all in this together, so we can all save each other, be each other's heroes and stuff. But in quiet moments, when I want to drift away, you know, when I want to fantasize, I don't fantasize about power fantasies for myself, where I'm powerful, or I've got all the money in the world, or I could do these things. That's my fantasy, is that there's somebody else whose moral judgment is fucking impeccable. Better than mine, better than anybody else in this world. And that person will take care of shit at the end of the day. Can't get it all.
Nope.
And that's poignant and bittersweet, but can get more than would ever happen in the real fucking world. So I don't know how to crack that nut necessarily myself, but I swear to you, the next time I do write a thing that involves Superman, if I do, that moment, that dog line is my lodestar. That captures that character absolutely perfectly. When that happened, I was like, I hope this motherfucker plays Superman for 20, 30 fucking years, man. Like, he gets it. And I hope this motherfucker writes and directs Superman for 20, 30 fucking years. Like, he gets it. I remember when they announced he was going to do Superman, I was like, the guy who made those 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies is going to make a phenomenal fucking Superman. Because one of those things about Guardians movies, other than this is pure comic book escapism, is the heart. Like, he gets these fucking characters. He's a dyed-in-the-wool comic book fan, like most of us and stuff. So I think he really captured the essence. I agree with what Mark Waid said, absolutely, as well. And that's like staggering thought, to put the Superman through that filter. And Mark has written fucking Superman for decades as well. But he's a character that a lot of writers will be like, he's kind of boring, because he could do anything. So, you know, it's when you've got a character that's that powerful, how is that interesting? But I think that's what makes that character interesting. He's got all that power, and what was that wonderful moment in Superman, the cartoon, the Superman Adventures, when he fights Darkseid, and he's just like, I exist in a world of like cardboard. I have to be so careful. He's like, but you can take it, can't you, big boy? And he just beats the shit out of Darkseid. That whole monologue is fucking peak Superman. The idea that he walks through the world like a bull in a china shop. And, you know, when he can let loose with somebody so fucking despicable. You know, not a guy who's like, you know, fucking taken from fucking the system, or, you know, fucking all the crimes that we deal with in the real world and shit. Somebody who's like on a galactic level, you know, I'm gonna fucking destroy your planet. Watching that character fuck that dude up, like, that's great, and I'm there for it. But you can do a lot more with the Superman character where it's about his humanity, about a god who is trying to fucking coexist with us on a human level. I don't know. I like that character a bit.
I mean,
sorry for rambling about Superman.
Superman is a very Old Testament kind of character.
Very much so, man.
You know, like Moses walked through water so Jesus could walk on water.
And him getting shot off a dying planet in a rocket,
it's all Moses.
Moses in a basket.
It's all Moses. And like, that's the fantasy, which is a hopefully benevolent God who does not give a shit until he does.
Yeah.
The Old Testament is nothing but smiting. It's like Smite-a-Palooza. Like, what did you do? Fucking firstborns. What did you do? Every animal on earth.
Let me tell you something. Galactus shows up in the Old Testament, and he's like, I want the baby. God's like, take it.
All good.
I can make 10 more.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Not if I get him first.
Yeah. You beat me to it.
It also occurs to me that, did you see the meme? It was maybe my favorite meme that came out of Superman, and it was of a squirrel standing in front of a tornado going, No, don't save me. Do something else. And also, you said the words adult Santa, and it had never occurred to me that Santa at some point was a child. And now I want to see that animated movie.
They did. Rankin Bass did that, man. Here comes
Santa Claus?
Was that what it was, or
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus is coming to town is his secret origin story when he's like young and fuckable, and he's got like flaming red hair and he meets a young Miss Claus. And
I don't know. He's still adult though. I mean, you don't do fuckable child Santa. Like, that's
just a flat out kid Santa.
Flat out fucking kid Santa. Like the first time he gives somebody a present. Like, show me that fucking story, Kevin.
No, I'm not the guy for that. But,
all right.
But that's a good idea. Why would you give that out publicly? You could sell that to a studio.
Pretend I didn't say it.
All right. Santa Jr.
Santa Jr.
Little Santa.
Santa baby.
Santa baby. Copyright Kev, Mark, and Mariah Carey.
Yes.
No, she didn't sing that song.
She didn't sing that. All I Want for Christmas Is You was hers.
Santa Baby, that's a fucking phenomenal Is that what you said? I thought you said swirl. Squirrel. That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Squirrel's like, no.
Don't do it. The internet remains undefeated.
Fantastic.
Come get some shit, sir.
You won. Give it up for Jesse. That was a great question. 40X tickets right in the front. Take some of this. Take one of them and shit. Wait, you just want the poster, not the bag? It's all yours.
Hold it, man.
I thought you were
and
like,
the
just
drink.
want this. And you can take that drink. Yeah.
Everybody wins.
All right, third and final question, man.
Last question. This is a great follow-up to that one. Jesse Campbell.
Another Jesse. Get up here,
So
Jesse. Give it
many
up for
Jesses.
Jesse.
All right.
How are you, Captain?
How's it going, guys? It's been a while.
It's been a minute, man.
I know. How
We
are
don't
you?
get to do this very often.
All right.
More going forward, I say.
Okay, here it goes. Marry, fuck, kill. The Fantastic Four.
Marry, fuck, kill the Fantastic Four, and somebody gets left out altogether.
No, the whole four. So you put Galactus in there, Silver Surfer. Hey, pick a character.
Oh, if it was everybody in the Fantastic Four, in the movie. Herbie as well.
I was going to have him videotape, but okay.
You'd have to change his eyes for what I'd want to do. All right, let's see. Marry,
Just
fuck, kill.
fleshlights in his face. Herbie the Love Bug.
Marry Sue. Fuck Reed. Kill Johnny.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
I submit
All right.
my answer.
Marry Galactus.
But he hungers.
Yeah, it does. Fuck Mole Man.
Because he knows how to
Down
go down.
and dirty. Down
That
and
bitch
dirty.
can tunnel.
Yeah. That's true.
And kill Herbie.
Herbie didn't do it for you?
I don't believe in AI, man.
Herbie's taking jobs.
Fuck that robot. I've seen Terminator enough to know they make you comfortable, and then that's when they take over.
That's true. You watch fucking third Fantastic Four movie, they're fighting Herbie.
Hell yeah. They have a plan.
Excellent fucking question. Excellent fucking answer. Give it up for him. Come get your bag. And take your... And let me see, I've got some shirts here, man. The same one I'm wearing. Buddy's Mighty Kind. Buddy's Dogma drink.
Ooh, do we got more
25th
questions?
anniversary. I've got a small. Who's a small? Woo!
Ooh.
I've got a medium. Who's a medium? Woo!
Yep. All right, Shohei.
2 for
Get it.
2. I got a large. Who's a large? I've got an XL. I'll let you do that one. That was too many hands. Oh my God. They don't know my audience at all. I have an extra small. Yeah? Well done.
This is the closest to a sporting event that's ever happened in this bar.
How come? I'm surprised you've never tried to play Quidditch up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we have done. We did cornhole that was painted like a Quidditch board.
I don't want to know about your personal life. What? Do you guys still trivia here?
Yeah, Wednesday nights.
Every Wednesday? How is the crowd on trivia night?
Awesome.
Is it always packed?
Yeah, yeah.
What does one have to sell trivia to this crowd, man? I don't think enough people know about it. Not these cats, but the people at home.
We write our own trivia because every bar you go to does King Trivia or Geeks Who Drink or whatever, and you end up getting those Jeopardy questions like Shakespeare. Like nobody fucking wants to answer Shakespeare questions.
Right.
So all of our questions are like one of my favorite rounds ever is I played songs like needle drops from Marvel movies, and you had to name the Marvel movie that the song appeared in.
I like that.
So like all of our questions are like that.
What does one win? Is there a prize?
We do a $60 bar credit for first place and a $30 for second place. And a lot of times like Hollywood Bowl gives us tickets, so we'll be giving away Hollywood Bowl tickets or off-brand lightsabers, things like that.
When off-brand?
Laser swords.
You like we went down to Chinatown, picked up some light swords.
Yeah. We just got blow torches that we're just giving out to kids.
What? So when the trivia is going on, is it like only trivia in the bar, or you can hang out in the bar and drink and not fucking play trivia?
You can hang out and drink and not play, but pretty much
everybody plays.
By 7 o'clock, every seat is taken with people
Sounds
playing
like a good
trivia.
time. Did you ever do it?
I was here for it once. I never played. But I feel like we should drop in once.
Yeah, I feel like we should do like 1 week. We should be, of a month. We should Fat Man Beyond theme it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like,
Yeah, we'll
but that
play.
requires one of us to write questions.
Well, he's here for every Fat Man Beyond.
That's true.
And that's what he does.
But it would just be the Fat Man Beyond edition, same exact thing you do. But me and Mark would be the. Who asks the questions? You.
I did it for a very long time, and then
Now
I had
who
a
does it?
baby.
Good point.
So
the baby does it.
We have one of the friends at the bar, Chris Saint, does it.
So are we taking his job away if we do it for 1 week? I don't want to do that.
I mean, we could add one. Like we could do Sunday night trivia or Sunday afternoon, like we used to
Is
do
that
with.
is that a slow night with education?
Like we used to do with Andy.
I wouldn't mind doing that. Like trivia sounds I think recently I got into pinball. I got 2 pinball machines. Like I got one for free because I did a voice for the Stern Pinball people for the Dungeons and Dragons game, which is amazing. They're like, "We'll give you one," and I was like, "Can I have a Jaws table instead?" And they were like, "I guess." And they gave me the Jaws table for free, and it's fucking amazing. And I haven't played pinball like in a long ass time, but I used to play it in when I was a kid in the '70s and shit. So it's been a real like reach back, and then I liked it so much that I was like, I need another pinball machine. And so I saw a dude selling one on Facebook Marketplace. And I bought an X-Men pinball machine. So now I got a Jaws and an X-Men, and I can see that, like, if you're not careful, these things multiply fast and shit. So I've been enjoying the fuck every morning, get up playing pinball. It's frustrating because it's you versus gravity. It fucking sucks. But when you fucking hit that high score, like when you get a replay and shit, it's little simple victories. It's been a real good time. So playing pinball, but what was the other? Oh, trivia. Which has nothing to do with pinball, but I feel like the way I feel about pinball would be the way I feel about trivia. Like I like the idea of being in the bar, asking questions. I don't want to play, but I want to be like the quiz master.
It takes you back a little bit pre-internet, right?
Yes.
Because right now it's like,
Bless
who
you.
played this person? IMDb, and you've got the answer.
How do you not, or nobody, it's all phones down when you
Phones
play?
down.
And how do you know if people like cheat or not? You police it? Is that Andrew
police it a
screaming
little
from the
bit.
back? Is that right?
Rat those
Have you ever had
motherfuckers
a cheater get ratted out?
Typically, I kind of like give the dad answer, which is like, you guys, you're the type of person to cheat at pub trivia. Are you the type of people that
I know,
should
but
be at
$60
the pub?
in free booze, man. Like fucking, if that's the top prize, yeah, I'd cheat at fucking bar trivia.
I'd kill a robot for $60 for free pub grub.
Killed men for less. I don't know. That seems like a good time. Every time I hear you mention it and shit, I'm like, something about that I
It's
kinda
fun.
dig.
It's really fun. And it's all
How long
geeky
does
stuff.
it last?
2.5 hours. Shorter than a typical Fat Man Beyond podcast.
We'll see about that. How is it rounds?
Yeah, we do 6 rounds, 10
Was it like the
questions.
way we did education, where it's like people do cards and then you take those cards away?
Yeah, and then you hand them in. It's like 10 questions, 6 rounds, and then the last round we always do Week in Geek, which is whatever the geeky news was of the week. We quiz you on, so like try and get people to read comicbook.com and Collider and
That's fucking
stay
dope,
up to date
man.
on their geek news.
I like your business model. I like what you're doing here.
You got a future.
Oh yeah, I think good things ahead for you, kid.
8
It always
years
makes me
later.
happy every time I come in here. I'm like, God damn it! Like just the fact that it still exists, because I do remember you going like, we're gonna do it for summer, and then it's over. It's just a pop up, and this pop up like fucking just popped in and stayed and has defined your life. And being able to do shit like fucking geek trivia at your own bar must feel fucking astounding.
I love it. I mean, I used to, again, when I had time, I used to love writing the trivia each week because, like, for years, my parents, all my friends, my wife was like, the fuck, you have so much worthless knowledge. Like,
Yeah.
why do you remember the guy who drove the motorcycle that turned into the helicopter in Mask? And I'm like, well, because one day that'll pay off. And now it does every week. I can quiz people on it and make them feel dumb for not remembering. Most people are like, what's Mask?
When you referenced that, I was like, wow, that is a deep cut.
What is it? Mobile Armored Strike Command?
Yeah, we've got a Mask helmet from Matt Tracker up on the wall.
Serious?
Fucking nerds.
I know.
I'm so weird. Now we're just talking to JC. We could do that after the show as well. I was like, what are you up to these days?
It's fun, though. Trivia is awesome here.
Trivia is worth coming to.
It's it's one of my favorite things.
I think we should claim a trivia night for ourselves and do
All right.
trivia. I think that'd be a good time. Gotta start coming back to the cantina more. The live experience is always like fun. And you know, sometimes we want to do a show so bad, it's like let's just jump on Zoom, which is quite often the case. But this vibe is always so fucking chill and lovely, man. I enjoy coming to the cantina and hanging out with y'all. Kids, you have a good time this evening? We can't do this unless there's a Scum and Villainy Cantina to do it in. Give it up for Banff Man. Scum and Villainy Cantina is right in the heart of Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard. If you're anywhere near Hollywood, you must come fuck with this place, man. And if you're lucky, you'll walk in and you'll see a true writing talent sitting at the bar nursing a fucking blue milk. Give it up for the guy next to me, Mr. Marvelous Marc Bernardin.
Thank you.
Eyes of Wakanda.
Eyes of Wakanda on Friday, y'all.
Eyes of Wakanda. I will be in Jersey this weekend for shows, man. Come see me at Smod Castle. Tickets at csmod.com.
Everything's sold out except for that one thing.
Yeah, one show. Come see me and the kid do that show. And do you have anything? I see a mic in your hand.
I've had the mic in my hand all show.
Fair enough. I thought you were like, wait, one more announcement and shit like that. Well, that's it, man. More of a casual end
I know.
to the show.
So we landed it nicely.
It really was. Y'all have a good time tonight, kids. Can't thank you enough for being here, man. That is Fat Man Beyond for this week. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Marc Bernardin.
Tune in next time. Same fat time, same fat channel. Smodcast.com or
YouTube.com/Kevin Smith.
Jeff's Kiss, everybody. Mwah! Good night. This is the cat. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the AKA Ask Kev Anything. Every saga has a 10-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what happens when Jay and Silent Bob get old. I'm Kevin Smith. Kissing you!